What's going on, everybody? Dork Dynasty here, and I'm going to be coming at you again with another Geek Leak. But today, I'm going to be going over a relatively new series to kind of hit the streets. On the anime, it's been out for a few weeks, but on the manga side, it's been out for a couple of years. It's written by Naoya Matsumoto. You may have heard of it, and it is Kaiju number 8. It is honestly one of my favorites out right now. I picked it up a few weeks ago and I've just been binging it. I just could not stop buying the manga, going to my local Barnes and Noble and just picking them up. I do like reading physically though, so that is kind of a physical preference with me. I've always read books physically, like my comics and things like that. I prefer to read physical over digital. That's just me. If you like to read digitally, by all means, hop on the Shonen Jump app, go on any means of legal website that you can to obtain these materials. And I guess I would finally try to check it out if you could, just from Crunchyroll. Watch the anime, because this thing is definitely something you need to check out. What I like to personally reference it to is that I think it's the better Power Rangers anime out right now, because if you are into anime right now, there is that Go-Go Loser Ranger, and it's fine. That is a one-to-one, not one-to-one, but this is a, Sentai. It's supposed to be a Power Ranger kind of spin-off, not spin-off, but, parody manga anime. And I've actually read the first 4 or 5 volumes, and I just could not get into it. It was rough, the pacing is a little tough, the dialogue is a little all over the place, and the character just isn't very lovable. But you hop right into Kaiju number 8, and for me, I'm a little bit older, right? I'm in my late 20s. The main character, Kafka, is in his early 30s, and he's struggling with the fact that life is hitting him, and if he doesn't start kind of getting on it, his goals are going to go right by him. He's not going to be able to pursue these things, and his life's going to be wasted. He's going to feel like he's wasted his life, right? And he meets a new kid that goes to his work, and his name's Ichikawa. And Ichikawa essentially has the same dream as this guy. And it kind of pushes him forward to pursue his dream again, to kind of not give up. And it even inspires the kid. The kid is even inspired by this guy, like respects him, like, hey, you know what? Nah, you can do it. We can do this together. We can both become Defense Force officers. Because essentially, you want a job in the Defense Force to kill Kaiju. You want to blow Kaiju up, right? Because Kaiju are no fun. Giant monster comes down in your city, destroys their home, destroys their school, kills everybody. It's gonna make you want to be a protagonist and maybe like get a giant rail gun, or maybe some chain blades or something. I don't know. You're not gonna want to see those Kaiju anymore, regardless, right? But the problem is, main character Kafka gets turned into a Kaiju, gets turned into said Kaiju. And honestly, it is just one of the coolest things, because the art alone is just immaculate. If I could show you a panel right here, let's see. Look at that. The way the fluidity and the punch, you could see it. You can see that motion happening. And I don't know what it is, but, he's got a scary face, but look at this. Look at that. Look at the way he's tearing up, You can emote with this bone structure of a face, right? And my girlfriend even likened it to the bunny in Donnie Darko, and I think that's hysterical, because it does kind of have that fearful look, right, where you're kind of scared of the darkness type look, right? Like, what is that over lingering in the corner, right? That type of thing. And then he cracks a joke, and he's just a silly goofball the whole time. But regardless, Kaiju number 8 is not to be slept on. I think it's one of the highest upcoming anime and manga through Shonen Jump right now. And Shonen Jump, they really do just kind of do more of the shonen material. It's in the name, which is for boys, fighting manga, things like that. But if I'm going to be totally honest, this is a shonen manga to the T. I mean, you could not beat this. I mean, it's got story, it's got world building, it's got the side characters that we love to see. And, it's got a little bit of flair. That's the best thing that you can kind of really accept out of these things. Because if you're reading this thing, especially for so long, or the anime, and after a certain point you're like, what am I doing this for? It's stale. It's just, there's nothing to it. This is immaculate every single time. And I don't want you to front, but there's some things that you just need to see for yourself. That's all I can say, folks. And again, this is Dork Dynasty signing out. Next time for another Geek League.